Deuteronomy 14. You are the sons of the Lord your God. You shall not cut yourselves or make any boldness on your forehead for the dead, for you are a holy people, set apart to the Lord your God, and the Lord has chosen you to be a peculiar people to himself. Above all the nations on the earth, you shall not eat anything that is abominable to the Lord, and so forbidden by these are the beasts which you may eat: the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the hart, the gazelle, the roebuck, the wild goat, the ibex, the antelope, and the mountain sheep, and every beast that parts that hoof and has it divided into two, and brings up and chews the cud among the beasts, you may eat, yet these you shall not eat of those that chew the cud, or have the hoof split in two. The camel, the hare, and the coney, because they chew the cud, but divide not the hoof, they are unclean for you. And the swine, because it parts the hoof, but does not chew the cud, it is unclean to you. You shall not eat of their flesh, or touch their dead bodies. These you may eat of all that are in the waters, whatever has fins and scales you may eat, and whatever has not fins and scales you may not eat. It is unclean for you. Of all clean birds you may eat, but these are the ones which you shall not eat: the eagle, the vulture, the osprey, the buzzard, the kite in its several species, the raven in all its species, the ostrich, the nighthawk, the seagull, the hawk of any variety, the little owl, the great owl, the horned owl, the pelican, the carrion vulture, the cormorant, the stork, the heron of any variety, the hoopoe, and the bat, and all flying insects are unclean for you. They shall not be eaten, but of all clean winged things you may eat. You shall not eat of anything that dies of itself. You may give it to the stranger or the foreigner who is within your towns, that he may eat it, or you may sell it to an alien. They are not under God's law in this matter, but you are a people holy to the Lord your God. You shall not even boil a kid in its mother's milk. You shall surely tithe all the yield of your seed produced by your field each year, and you shall eat before the Lord your God in the place in which he will cause his name and presence to dwell, the tenth of your grain, your new wine, your oil, and the firstlings of your herd and your flock, that you may learn reverently to fear the Lord your God always. And if the distance is too long for you to carry your tithe, or the place where the Lord your God chooses to set his name and presence is too far away for you, when the Lord your God has blessed you, then you shall turn it into money and bind up the money in your hand, and shall go to the place of worship which the Lord your God has chosen, and you may spend that money for whatever your appetite craves, for oxen or sheep or new wine or stronger drink, or whatever you desire, and you shall eat there before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your household, and you shall not forsake or neglect the Levite, God's minister in your towns, for he has been given no share or inheritance with you. The end of every 3 years you shall bring forth all the time of your increase the same year, and lay up within your towns, and the Levite, because he has no part or inheritance with you, and the stranger or temporary resident, and the fatherless, and the widow who are in your town shall come and eat and be satisfied, so that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hands that you do. 그냥이니 Amen. Precious, eternal, Sheol, Jesus Christ, precious PMG, baseball, God is good, precious Eric, God bless you, brother, so much, precious Charles, soldier, amen, brother, in Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. Deuteronomy 15 At the end of every 7 years, you shall grant a release, and this is the manner of the release. Every creditor shall release that which he has lent to his neighbor. He shall not exact it of his neighbor, his brother, for the Lord's release is proclaimed. Of a foreigner you may exact it, but whatever of yours is with your brother, Israelite, your hand shall release, but there will be no poor among you, for the Lord will surely bless you in the land which the Lord your God gives you for an inheritance to possess, if only you carefully listen to the voice of the Lord your God, to do watchfully all these commandments which I command you this day, when the Lord your God blesses you as he promised you. Then you shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow, and you shall rule over many nations, but they shall not rule over you. If there is among you a poor man, one of your kinsmen, in any of the towns of your land, which the Lord your God gives you, you shall not harden your mind and heart, or close your hands to your poor brother, but you shall open your hands wide to him, and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need, and whatever he lacks. Beware lest there be a base thought in your mind and heart, and you say, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand, and your eye be evil against your poor brother, and you give him nothing, and he cried to the Lord against you, and it be seen in you. You shall give to him freely without begrudging it. Because of this, the Lord will bless you in all your work and in all you undertake. For the poor will never cease out of the land. Therefore, I command you, you shall open wide your hand to your brother, to your needy, and to your poor in your land. And if your brother, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, is sold to you and serves you 6 years, then in the 7th year you shall let him go free from you. And when you send him out free from you, you shall not let him go away empty-handed. You shall furnish him liberally out of your flock, your threshing floor, and your wine press, of what the Lord your God has blessed you. You shall give to him, and you shall earnestly remember that you were a bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you. Therefore, I give you this command today. But if the servant says to you, I will not go away from you, because he loves you and your household, since he does well with you, then take an awl and pierce his ear through to the door, and he shall be your servant always, and also to your bondwoman you shall do likewise. wise. It shall not seem hard to you when you let him go free from you, for at half the cost of a hired servant he has served you 6 years, and the Lord your God will bless you in all you do. All the firstling males that are born of your herd and flock you shall set apart for the Lord your God. You shall do no work with the firstling of your herd, nor share the firstling of your flock. You shall eat it before the Lord your God annually in the place for worship which the Lord shall choose, you and your household. But if it has any blemish, if it is lame, blind, or has any bad blemish whatsoever, you shall not sacrifice it to the Lord your God. You shall eat it within your town, the ceremonially unclean and the clean alike may eat it as if it were a gazelle or hart. Only you shall not eat its blood. You shall pour it on the ground like water. Precious big seal, so so much for sharing this precious time together. This means world to me, and you are the Son of the Lord, your God. May God's peace, blessings be always with you. Wishing everyone a peaceful, blessed night. Thank you so